Hello, Bella Vista. This is JB Portello. Welcome to In the Know. This program is produced after each monthly board meeting to give you a summary of the topics and the events going on at the Property Owners Association. In addition, these episodes are posted on the Facebook pages of the POA as well as the Bella Vista Community TV station. So sit back and enjoy being in the know. Good morning, Bella Vista. This is JB Portello, my guest, Tom Judson. How you doing this morning, Tom?
Doing outstanding. Thanks for asking.
You betcha. Is it raining over where you are today?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's raining a little bit, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, I think you had another successful board meeting last week.
We sure did. It was a busy one. We covered a lot of issues, but we got through a lot. I'm very pleased with how the board.
A lot of updates and things like that.
Yeah, they've been going through and updating a lot of policies. We want to make sure that they're written correctly and that these policies were written a long time ago. Over 24 of them, just really updating them and so forth. So a lot to be done, but they're getting through.
That sounds great. You know what was really exciting to me is you had an awful lot of people there supporting pickleball.
Absolutely. So the board has, 2 years ago, the Recreation Committee made the recommendation that we add additional pickleball courts. They did that again for the 2020 budget, but in both cases, those projects were put on hold, not included in the budget and so forth. So the board looked at this again, and we're going to add 4 additional courts. We're going to add them on the west side. We received input from our pickleball community, and so it's going to be added on the west side. And they'll probably open up the first part of spring as long as weather and vendors and everything cooperates. But our pickleball contingent is really, really grown. The board received 45 emails in support of additional pickleball courts, all really nicely written and sending the right message of, hey, we really want you to consider this, and we'd really appreciate it if you were to approve it. And ultimately they did approve it.
Yeah. So do you play?
I've done it a few times. I like tennis. But I've tried pickleball, and it's a fun, kind of a odd combination between tennis and ping pong. Yeah, that's pickleball. So it's fun. It keeps you active, and so I can see myself down the road playing it. But right now, I really prefer tennis.
So they're revamping a couple of old, outdated tennis courts. Is that correct?
So a couple of our tennis courts are really in bad shape. And once the cracks get big enough, there's nothing you can do. You can't fix it. And so the courts up at Branchwood were scheduled to be removed this coming year. And so in place of that, those tennis courts, we're going to replace them with pickleball courts. So
people can still play tennis down near Reardon. Is that correct?
Yeah, and Reardon, yeah, the Kingsdale Tennis Center. Yes. Absolutely. We have a fantastic tennis center down there. So it'll be a little bit of an inconvenience, but we're going to have to take those courts out no matter what.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, another exciting thing, you gave away a lot of really money grants to charities this time.
Yeah. So each year we get many charitable requests. And so years ago, the board decided that they would set aside $25,000 a year that would be distributed to just Bella Vista charities. A charitable giving committee was set up. And so in 18, they gave out some funds. In 19, they couldn't give out the funds because we had to cut way back because of the fire. But this year, the charitable giving committee met. They decided, and the following charities will receive a check. The Animal BV Library, Oasis Cemetery, NWA Women's Chorus. So they all submitted a request. We received other requests But many of the other requests were from organizations, very worthwhile organizations, but they were located outside of Bella Vista.
Aha.
They were not able to be considered.
So you're supporting the community, putting the money right back
Right
in
here. We want it right here.
Bella Vista first.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, there was something I didn't quite understand at the meeting, so I'm hoping you can help me here. A new trailhead is being put in place?
Correct. So Little Sugar is almost 100% done. And the Little Sugar is the trail system in the center portion of the community. And now that it's, now that more and more people are using it, we're finding that we don't have enough parking in certain areas. And we're learning that because people are parking on the road, which is not necessarily a good, safe place to park.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that we have trailheads. So we located a spot that is on Chelsea, just down from Arthur, underneath power lines, right next to a ditch that floods. So it's not like we're going to build anything else there. And the Trailblazers are going to cover the cost of installing the trailhead, and they're going to any maintenance for the next 3 years. And then after that, it kicks into our maintenance agreement where we have to spend $35,000 each year maintaining the trails in the Little Sugar system, and it falls under that umbrella. So there's not going to be any additional cost in maintaining this trailhead. So we're excited because so many people are using the trail system that we need additional trailheads. The Trailblazers are looking at 2 additional locations, but both of those are not on POA property, so we're really not involved.
I got you. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay. So it's that time of year. You're gearing up for the 20.
Early. The first task is we have the committees, lakes, golf, recreation. They work on their recommendations that they give to staff starts working on the budget. It takes several months. It's a very detailed budget, but we're gearing up, getting ready, looking into the crystal ball and thinking about 2021.
Boy, I wonder what 2021 has in store for us after this year.
This is true.
I want to give you a compliment of your new head of accounting. I'm sorry, her name is
Stacy.
Stacy. I promise you I will remember that next time, but I want you to let her know how great her new graphs and charts and pictures are to help everybody understand where the money's going and how it flows.
She's really jumped into a new role, and I'm very proud of her. She's doing really good. Very pleased how things are going so far.
Yes, good stuff. All right, so amenity card sales. You said something like they're going through the roof?
They are going through the roof. We're up over prior year by 38%. So the community is embracing the 2020 plan. Mm-hmm. And everything that comes with the activity card. Remember, with your activity card, you get 10% off your food at the restaurants. You get free range balls, free green fees at Brittany, free access to the lakes, free access to the pools, the beach, the gym facilities, and free entrance into the gun range. So you get so much for $30 a year.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing it go through the roof. Now, when we were first talking about the 2020 plan, I had thought that we might see a 10 or 15% increase. No way would I have thought 38%. So we're doing outstanding. Very, very pleased. And what's also interesting is we did some research and determined that 16% of the people that are purchasing these cards have never owned one previously.
Oh.
So we're really introducing our Bella Vista amenities to a large number of people. And that's something that's really nice.
It's outstanding. And so the plan was a good one. Thank you.
The plan is a good one. And we're seeing that even with the lakes. I mean, our boat registrations are up 800 over prior year. Now boats include kayaks and so forth, but,
right.
But we're way, way up. So I'm very pleased.
So that's because of new people moving in, or just people on board now because of the plan is a really good one? What do you think?
I think it's a combination of, I think the plan is good. We have a lot of new people moving in. And COVID is encouraging people to do things that are outdoor oriented.
Gotcha.
So I think it's, how much is attributable to each one of them, it's impossible to determine. But we're doing very well. I mean, if you look at our golf courses, oh my God. Okay, so I got the numbers today. Our golf rounds are up. Now, you haven't heard us say that in a long time,
Yeah.
but our golf rounds are up 15,300 over prior year. In the month of August alone, our golf rounds were up over prior year by 7,300. That's
Gotcha.
outstanding.
It really is. While we're talking about golf, let's talk a little bit about golf success you had a tournament recently, I think.
We had the Alzheimer's tournament, and this is one of the tournaments that we really are proud of and we worked with, and they were able to raise $12,000, which is just fantastic, especially with all the COVID restrictions that we have, and we were still able to make it happen. That's outstanding.
So speaking of COVID and this upcoming Labor Day, is there anything we need to know?
Well, we're getting the parks open now. Those have been closed for quite a long time, but everything else is, what our goal is to have a COVID-friendly experience for our membership. So you can go to Lake Point, you can go to BB Bar and Grill, you can go into the Pro Shop, and you can feel comfortable that staff is adhering to the COVID restrictions, that we're cleaning, that we're doing all the right things so that you can feel comfortable and go to the restaurant and have a nice meal. It's important to all of us. I mean, we have to work together on this. By and large, I mean, we don't have any amenities closed at this point, but all of them are modified in some way to be COVID friendly.
Did I understand that the children's playgrounds will open again on Labor Day?
Yes, they're opening up. So
Okay.
we're following the lead of our area parks and so forth, and we're trying to looking at what the health department is saying, but we're really trying to take care of our membership and make sure that we remain COVID friendly.
Okay. Well, as always, it's been great talking to you today. Do you have any parting words for us?
No, I really appreciate your time.
Well, thanks a million. I look forward to next month because who knows what's going to happen, but I'm sure it's going to be eventful.
I agree. Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Well, welcome back. I'd like to introduce my second guest today, and that is Lisa Papin. Did I say that right, Lisa?
Hi, yes, you did.
Absolutely. And I really look forward to talking to you because I've worked with you in the past, and I'm just excited that you're here. Things are very classy now. I really think you're doing a fabulous job.
Well, thank you.
How long have you been with the POA in Lake Point?
I started a little before Lake Point was completed. So it was neat to be able to see what it was and what it is now, let alone watch the evolution of it.
Absolutely. And you are the banquets manager, is that correct?
Yes, I am the catering and events manager for the Bella Vista POA.
What does that mean? What do you do?
That means that I manage all of our events at both the Bella Vista Country Club and Lake Point, and also facilitate our off-site catering, which is how I saw you last year.
Yes.
And just basically facilitate a lot of our Bella Vista groups, and I've got to meet all kinds of people.
I bet you have. So if you could say a few words to the people of Bella Vista, what do you want them to know about your events and your locations?
Well, we have two beautiful locations that not a lot of people know about. I still find people walking into either and say they didn't know about them, or they didn't know that we do events in them. So I would say come and utilize our facilities and come to the restaurants and experience our food. And like events, we are just as diligent and committed to following these restrictions and protocols needed for the safety of us and you. And the events that we have had have gone extremely well.
So you do, for instance, weddings and parties. What other kinds of, what's an event?
Right. That's very broad and generalized. I apologize. We do ceremonies and receptions over at Lake Point. We do ceremonies and receptions here at the Bella Vista Country Club. You can actually get married right out on the green. We
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
It was neat. We do everything from birthday parties, wedding anniversaries, celebration of life, proposals. We do all kinds of things. We're pretty open. We do kids' birthday parties.
And the outside by the lake, that's always so beautiful out there under your little arbor.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. And what does somebody need to do when they come to you? Do you have a list of things you ask them? They need to tell you about what you decorate as well as serve food, correct?
I am, yes. I'm actually just working on that. That's actually a side project of mine is adding that element to our events, which just helps kind of mainstream everything and makes it ultimately easier for the client because they have to do less and we do more. But it's neat to be able to offer that. And when somebody comes and approaches me about an event, honestly, I let them kind of guide the information and the fact-finding mission. I give them a bunch of information and in the folders that we have with the flyers and the people that we collaborate with in the community and stuff like that. And then we kind of go from there with dates and info and stuff like that.
I see. So how do they get a hold of you, Lisa? If they wanted to book an event, how do they find you?
Well, you can go to any one of our websites, Lake Point, Bella Vista, or just the Bella Vista POA. And my telephone number is 479-855-8111, or just my Bella Vista email address. But we have just started utilizing a different online platform. So soon, I believe in September, you're going to be able to look at all of us on social media. And on our Instagram or Facebook or any other platform that we use, we'll be able to have a little button that says book now, and you can immediately be brought to a page that will check availability and put you in direct contact with me.
Oh, that's cool. I really
Yeah.
like new, fun, easy things to do.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Just that in the course of the last year, it has been very exciting. Not just working the weddings and events, but most importantly, like last December, was meeting all of the different Bella Vista groups. There is a group for nearly everything. And I realized this, and they come in and do all of their Christmas parties, and I've got to meet a lot of interesting people.
Yeah.
So thank you, Bella Vista. That's been neat.
That's great. And you know what? I always wave at you in your little corner of the world there at Lake Point.
Yes.
Well, listen, thank you so much for being my guest today. As I said, I think you're doing an outstanding job, and we're very lucky to have you.
Thank you. My pleasure. I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks a bunch. Okay, Bella Vista, I guess we'll see you next month. Take care.